But the germs you're spreading on Twitter, first of all, Twitter, you shouldn't be allowing this. And you should be taking these tweets down. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You'll be hearing from me on this, because this is BS. But Donald, you're a sick person. You're really a cruel, sick, disgusting person. And you can keep tweeting about Joe, but you're just hurting other people.
So what you just heard there was Mika Brzezinski on Morning Joe, MSNBC, earlier today. And basically what she was doing was expressing real concern that Twitter allows Donald Trump to spread misinformation on their platform. In particular, misinformation about Joe Scarborough, the co-host of the show she's on. Basically, Donald Trump has accused Joe Scarborough baselessly of severe crimes, really awful crimes, and there's been nothing done about it by Twitter. But I think this whole energy here comes off incorrectly. It really does strike me, for lack of a better term, as peak Karen energy. If you don't know what a Karen is, it's a, slang term for a certain type of middle-aged, upper middle class woman who wants to speak to the manager, almost exclusively white women who want to quote unquote speak to the manager. They basically have a complaint and they have this sort of self-righteousness about them when they make this complaint. And this sort of energy, basically saying, I want to speak to the manager of Twitter, I want to speak from Jack from Twitter, just really doesn't come off as effective here. I sort of think this, underplays the severity of this dispute between Joe Scarborough and Donald Trump, because I really don't think that making this about Twitter is going to be at all effective. Look, what Donald Trump is saying about Joe Scarborough, basically that he took the life of a former staffer, accusing him of a capital offense, is abhorrent. And if there's no evidence to that claim, Joe Scarborough 100% has the ability to pursue legal, recourse, civil recourse against the president, against Donald Trump, for basically slandering him, libeling him, lying about him, impugning his character on, an international social media platform. That's what he should do. Ultimately, this is about legal recourse, and it's not about calling the manager of Twitter. Because what that does, what's happening on social media right now, is there are a lot of people that are standing with Mika that are in the Biden camp, but a lot of other folks see this as sort of toothless and sort of superfluous. They really are seeing the Karen energy, that this isn't about approaching a severely important legal issue through appropriate channels, which is to say, if somebody says something awful about you, you go to court, you get the lawyers involved to address it directly. She wants to make it about how Donald Trump is mean and Donald Trump misleads people on Twitter. And that's missing the forest for the trees, in my opinion. I don't think that's how you address this sort of case. And I think that's why a lot of people are joking about it. Whereas if they said, look, the president has said awful things on social media and we decry that. Fundamentally, though, we are going to pursue all available legal means upon consultation with our lawyers to determine whether or not this is libel or this is slander, and then we will see the president and his lawyers in court. That's the approach. Making this about Twitter beefs isn't going to actually have nearly the same effect. And let's be really honest. I understand that if you read the Twitter policies, many people like Donald Trump and Donald Trump's children and other top-ranking officials in the Trump administration have violated the terms of service of Twitter accounts. But to think that talking to the manager of Twitter is going to get Donald Trump suspended from Twitter or banned from Twitter, it's just not going to happen. Even if it should happen, it's not going to happen, because the account of a sitting president will not get removed from a social media platform. It doesn't matter if it should, it won't. And so it's a fruitless way to complain. It's a sort of complaint that allows everybody to get mad, that allows all the anti-Trump forces to tweet about it, to write about it, to, share information about it, to say, you go, Mika, you get Trump and you get him banned from Twitter. But then what happens when nothing happens? People get discouraged. People get demobilized. Again, if you want to stop Donald Trump from doing what he's doing to Joe Scarborough, getting him banned from social media won't do it. You have to approach it as a significant legal case. That's how you get somebody to stop saying that you've committed a major offense when you haven't done it, and that you feel that's hurting you and your character and your career and your personal relationships. Twitter isn't part of this, not in any meaningful legal way. The president isn't going anywhere off the platform.